Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Soul Rising, and today we're going to be talking about and tier ranking the WWE title belts from very beginning to very end. This is going to be a very long video, so please grab some popcorn, grab a soda, grab a drink, do your thing, smoke a little bit of weed, grab a drink, I don't know, but we're going to tier ranking all of the WWE title belts. If this type of content please interests you of any sorts, please like, please subscribe, please comment, please share this video with some of your wrestling friends. I would greatly appreciate that. Wrestling is one of my biggest passions, and I can't wait to share my opinions and everything else with you guys and with everyone else. So with that being said, let's get into it. First belt we're going to be talking is the NXT North American title belt. I don't know, I feel like I'm alone with this title belt just because I think this belt was one of the most beautiful designs. So I'm gonna go and immediately put this in the tier, in the S tier. I love the big circle gold piece. I love how it's silver for the North American continent. I just love how it just has the small NXT logo at the very top. And we'll get into some of the other ones. I have like the biggest NXT logos, and I fucking hate those. But this is one of the best belts. But what I think really stands out the most about this belt is the brown leather strap that goes around the person's waist or around the person's shoulders. I think that's what makes the title stand out. Some people fucking hate it. I think it makes the belt. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the S tier. One of the most gorgeous belts that I know. Next is gonna be the WWE NXT Women's North American title. I think this one is kind of cool too. I love the white strap, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the A tier. I do like the men's just a little bit more just because of the brown strap. I'm a big fan of brown. I think it like makes everything stand out really well. But when it comes to the women's North American title, I love the red accents on the behind it to kind of make it different from the men's title. We'll kind of delve into the men's and women's United States and Intercontinental titles on the main roster, but these look the same, but the white strap and also like the red backgrounds of the women's title make it pop, make it stand out really well. It's a gorgeous belt, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in the A tier. I like the men's just a little bit more. The next belt we're going to be talking about is the NXT United Kingdom's title belt. I think this is honestly, again, one of the most gorgeous title belts. A lot of people think it's busy, but I love how big and bulky it is. I love how it really ties really well with European culture and European aesthetics. I love how the shield is red in the very middle as well with a small NXT logo, and I just the amount of intricacy that is inside of this title, I think it makes it really stand out. Again, I'm so sad that they retired this title. It would have been amazing to have this title in like NXT to kind of see where it goes. Maybe this title instead of the Heritage Cup. I think the Heritage Cup is kind of doo-doo, kind of dog shit. But yeah, one of the most gorgeous belts, the NXT UK title. Next one, I believe, is the NXT UK Tag Team titles. I think that's what they are. Yeah. Cool. I had to look these up because I didn't watch NXT when these were popping. I don't know what the fuck the Europeans were on, but like all of the titles belt, all of the NXT like European UK title belts have been absolutely fucking gorgeous. I think these are probably some of the best belts that WWE has ever designed or has ever came out with. Again, this is a fucking banger. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I do like the NXT men's title just a little bit more. Same with the NXT men's title just a little bit more. I'm gonna put it in the A tier next to the women's NXT North American title. I do like the women's UK title for NXT just a little bit more. The white strap and a little bit more the red accents do it for me. The white strap makes it so gorgeous. Reminds me of the white strap of the Intercontinental title from back in the day. Chris Jericho wore that super fucking well. Same with Zack Ryder. I think the white belt stands out really well. I kind of sound like a fucking hypocrite with like the white belt, with the NXT Women's title, North American title, but I think that the intricacy and the lions and the red and the white belts on the women's title, I think it does it for me. It so far it's the most gorgeous belt in my opinion. Now we got a few stinkers. We have the first iteration of the NXT tag team titles. I'm gonna put this in the D. I don't like the way the title, like the way it's like shaped. I don't like the way the belt is shaped. I hate the big ass X in the middle. I think that shit looks ugly. I think that shit looks weird. I don't like how it's half black, half gold. It could be worse though. It could be worse, but I'm gonna stick this in the D tier. And I feel like I'm gonna put all of like the NXT tag titles in D tier, just because like I do think this one is just a little bit better though. I do like the other iteration of the NXT tag team titles just a little bit more. I think what really did it for me, I'm gonna put this in the F tier actually. I fucking hate the black and the gold, half black, half gold. I think that shit looks weird. I think that shit looks ugly. I like uniform things. I like some symmetrical things. Hence why I like the NXT UK titles the most, because they're fucking symmetrical. Like these right here. This right here, dog shit. Dog fucking doo-doo. This one, just a little bit better. A little bit better. It's more symmetrical. It's more uniform. Looks a little bit nicer. Again, the fucking big ass X just takes it away from me. Fucking D tier. Again, I'm gonna put this shit in the D tier. Women's NXT tag team titles, dog shit. Right next to it, D tier. Fuck it. And don't get me started with this bullshit. That's the worst fucking title. I hate this bit. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Small ass N, big ass X, little ass T. Fucking weird ass, straight ass belt. This shit is the most dog shit title that I've ever fucking seen that WWE has put out. I might take that back later. I might have a hot take with this shit, but honestly, I really do think that this is one of the worst fucking NXT title belt designs of all time. I'm happy they retired this. Like, I guess who comes to mind is obviously Seth Rollins in Kevin Owens, when Kevin Owens invaded the main roster to go against John Cena for the United States title. But again, I don't think anyone made that title look good. Dog shit. Put this in the fucking F tier. Okay. The next belt we're gonna discuss is the NXT Women's title belts. The pink is kind of cool, but you can definitely tell that there's still kind of the Divas era, just because a little bit of the hot pink right there. The Divas title was cool because of the hot pink and like the way that it was shaped, but this title, I can't get behind it. Like when you see, what the fuck is her name? Paige or Soraya? I don't know what the fuck her name is. When you see her, or when you see Asuka, or when you see anyone of the sort fucking hold that title, it just looks weird. It looks really weird. It looks small, oddly small. I know that the women's title and the men's title have a difference in sizes, but like I think this one is just like oddly small, and then the side plates that kind of look like fish gills. I'm gonna put this in the F tier, but still looks cool. Better than this black ass fucking NXT title. Again, this is a little bit better. Again, why the fuck is like I just noticed the US titles, the UK titles for NXT are at the very top, but the fucking the American titles on the bottom are dog shit. Okay, this is not bad of a title. The gold looks better. I think this is the version that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano were holding, and Karrion Kross in all of them. This title looks good. I think the type of gold that they used and the color of gold looks really well, looks really good. I think that what made me choose this as the worst fucking title compared to this, again, I think because of the big ass X right here and the big ass X right here. You would think that this would be down with the fucking F tiers, but no, not really. And it's because the X right here is like bigger than the fucking entire belt. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. This one actually like matches up, and like the actual like leather strap that holds the title is bigger than the X. I think that little small detail really does it for me. So that goes in the C tier. Talk about this bad boy. This is gonna go in the C tier again. But I do like the gold backgrounds. Same with the silver NXT. Again, it looks a little bit simple. It looks the same, but the silver or the white really does it for me. So that goes in the C tier right there. These new title belts for NXT, the current ones, I think these are gonna be they're decent. The men's and women's, they look the exact same. Obviously one just has a white title belt. I'm biased towards a white belt. I think they make it look cooler. I love how the NXT is simple. I love how the NXT is all symmetrical, and I love how there's like kind of like a globish thing in the background as well. I'm gonna put those in the B tier. These are probably one of the best titles in terms of the American NXT version. Those are the best titles, the most recent ones. But finally, we are done with NXT. That's the NXT tier list if you kind of want to like take a look at that. Next, we're gonna go into some of the more weird belts. We have the hardcore belt. I believe this is one from ECW. Again, I'm gonna put this in the F tier, just because it looks weird. I know it kind of goes with the whole aesthetic of ECW, of like, hey, ECW is the hardcore version of WWE. ECW is where we do all the crazy shit. I know it goes with like the whole, like, not like story that they're trying to tell, but like the whole vibe of ECW. They were trying to portray with the hardcore title. Dog shit. I think it's worse than the NXT title. Obviously, if I thought this NXT title was worse than the hardcore title, I don't know what I would have fucking done, but yeah, worst title design of all time. I don't think it looks good. Okay, now we're gonna go to the WWE tag team titles. Some of the tag team titles that they have. What is that one? No, it's not.
You stupid.
Title. What is that? What is that?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
So the next title we're gonna talk about and discuss is the WWE Cruiserweight title. This right here is fucking sexy. I'll tell you that much. This belt right here is fucking divine. It's fucking gorgeous. I think this is probably one of the better belts as well. I'm gonna put this right above the NXT North American men's title. I think the NXT UK titles are a little bit better, but this cruiserweight belt is super nice. I think the Ruthless Aggression / Attitude Era had some of the best belts, in my opinion. I'm gonna put that up there next to the S tier. There's some good belts in the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. This is the another cruiserweight title, with a big ass purple. I'm gonna put this in the D tier, and at the bottom of the D tier. I think the purple really looks weird, but I think the ones in the F tier, these titles look a lot worse than this cruiserweight title and the most recent version of the cruiserweight title. The purple does not look good to me. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to the Divas title, the WWE Divas title. I remember this one probably arguably the most just because of I watched a lot of wrestling during the Divas era. I think this is probably one of the better title designs just because of like it looks like wings, but then also at the same time it matches with the vibe of like what they were trying to accomplish back in the Divas era. I think this is a pretty cool belt. I just really like the design of the plates and everything, but there's some belts that look better, so I'm gonna put this in the middle, in the C tier. We have the European Championship. This, when I kind of saw it, just kind of looks like a fucking toy, in my opinion. It doesn't look all that good. You kind of get confused and kind of get lost inside of the title. You really can't read it. I mean, you can read European Champion on there, but like it's in fucking red. Of course, you're gonna fucking see it. But like again, it just looks like a toy. It doesn't look all that appealing, all that good. We'll put that in the D tier, I guess. 24/7 title. I'm gonna put this right here. In the F tier. It looks like a fucking coin. 24/7 on it. Yeah, no. It doesn't look good. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this title. Now we're gonna get into some new territory that I didn't know, like what it is or what it was. This right here is the WWF light heavyweight title. I don't know what the fuck held it. I'm gonna look this up and kind of like put like on the screen right here, like who are this, like some of the notable people that have won this title. It looks weird. I can't really say anything else like other than it looks really weird. I'm gonna put this in the C tier. It looks okay. Other titles look better. Other titles look different. Other titles look a little bit worse. I'm gonna put this in the C tier. Now we have the World Tag Team titles from back in the day. I think this looks pretty good, pretty sexy. Obviously, it's one of the newer tag team belts that we have are reminiscent behind it. I'm gonna put this in the B tier. It looks good. I like the small blue compared to the European Championship belt. There's a little, I don't like the blue. This blue looks better, and I like how the red is behind the blue to kind of contrast that as well. And I really do like how it has a simple black tag team champion right there as well. So put that in the B tier. Next, we have another tag team, the WWE Tag Team titles. I think this is probably one of the better designs, one of the sexiest tag team titles. Looks better than the World Tag Team titles. So I'm going to put this in the A tier. It looks better than the NXT Women's title and looks better than the UK Tag Team titles for NXT. I'm going to put this in the A tier. This looks sexy. This looks phenomenal. I love the red and the gold look behind it, and I love how the tag team champions are right in between, right above and right below the Earth logo that they have right there as well. So right here is going to be the SmackDown tag team titles that we have here. I remember Shelton Benjamin, and I remember was it Team Angle or something like that? I remember they're the ones that held this title. I mean, a lot of different teams held this title, but like the one team that I remember the most is Team Angle or Team Kurt, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna put the correct name of it around the screen. But the blue makes it look a little bit weird. I'm gonna put it next to the Raw tag team titles though. It still looks good, still looks sexy. I love the way it looks. I love the blue, actually with the red and the blue to kind of contrast between Raw and SmackDown during the Ruthless Aggression era. I think the blue looks a little slightly worse than the red, but still up there when it comes to sleek, nice title designs. Again, now we're gonna have a lot of stinkers for some of the tag team titles, some of the tag team belts. This is just gonna be the regular tag team titles. This looks like a fucking copper coin. I'm gonna put this in the F tier. I do think that the big ass X looks a lot worse than the tag team titles. I do think that the 24/7 title looks a lot worse than the tag team titles right here. That looks like a fucking copper coin that the Shield held. I'm gonna put this in the F tier. Does not look good. We have the SmackDown and Raw tag team titles, the most recent iteration, not recent. They had a decent lineage. Now the new titles look a lot better, but these are the Raw and SmackDown titles. Again, I think I'm gonna put these in the F tier. They look a lot worse than the other ones that we stated. The blue and the red strap really do it for me. I know it just to make it different from Raw and SmackDown, but like they could have done it differently. Like the ones from the Ruthless Aggression era, like they had a red earth right here, and then they had blue lettering. That could have been the most like simple thing they could have done for the tag team titles. But they still like stayed with the fucking coin look. Instead of a copper coin, it looks like a fucking silver coin on both things. Whoever fucking held this title, in my opinion, looks like a goddamn clown. Like when the Judgment Day fucking held it for a decent amount of time, I thought Damien Priest looked like a fucking clown with it. The Usos look like a goddamn clown with it. I don't like these titles. Fucking F tier. Again, and then we have another fucking terrible stinker fucking tag team titles, but I think this looks a little bit better than some of the other titles. I like the black strap, but again, they have the fucking coin look again, and it's so stupid. The lettering looks really weird. It looks like a goddamn pepperoni pizza. Not a good title design, not a good title belt, but still way better than any of the ones in the fucking F tier. Next, we have the most recent iteration of the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I think this is one of the most gorgeous designs. I'm gonna put this in the S tier, right above the other title that I mentioned right up here. I think some of the NXT titles, NXT UK titles look better, but this recent SmackDown Tag Team title, gorgeous, divine, sexy, we'll put it up there. Now we have the black version of the Intercontinental title. It looks okay. I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Looks sexy. Looks good. I like the blue. There's just like nothing really special behind it. I think it's just kind of mid, right there in the middle of the pack. So I'll put it in the B tier. This version of the Intercontinental title, I think this looks better. So I'm gonna put this in the A tier. I remember Shelton Benjamin holding this title, this very specific Intercontinental title, the most. I think what does it the most is like I like how slick it looks, and I love how thin it looks. But at the same time, I think that the type of blue that they used makes it pop really well. So I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Now we have one of the fucking goated, one of the most amazing titles of all time. I'm gonna put this, I don't know if anyone's gonna fucking agree with this, but I think this is probably the sexiest title. And yes, the only difference between the two is a black belt and a white belt. But I told y'all niggas, I wasn't fucking kidding about a white belt. I think a white belt looks fucking sexy. So I'm gonna put the white belt Intercontinental title in the most gorgeous title belt of all time so far, right there, S tier. Now we have the most recent Intercontinental title. This is the one that Gunther held. This one belongs in the A tier. It took me a while to kind of get used to it. At first I liked it, but then as time went on, I was like, ugh, this shit kind of musty. This shit kind of ugly. I don't like the way this shit look. And so, but as time went on, I think Gunther made it look fucking amazing. So, A tier. Really good Intercontinental title. Now we have the Blue Earth version of the Intercontinental title. I really do think the blue adds a lot of sexiness to it, so I'm gonna put this up in the S tier. I think the Intercontinental title has a lot of bangers, has a lot of hits when it comes to its designs. The Blue Earth and Jey Uso when he came out with it, oh my god, it made it look really good. I'm gonna put that. That looks better than the original one that they had. Okay, now we only have two versions of the United States title that we can discuss and talk about. We have the original one back from like the 2000s and back in the 2010s. I've always been a huge fan of this title belt and this title design. I'm gonna put this right behind the white belt of the Intercontinental title. That version, I've always thought that this United States Championship looked really well, looked really good. The way they had the United States flag in the background behind it, sexy. And I think Out of all the titles in, I'm actually going to do a controversial pick. Out of all the titles that I remember the most, I remember the United States title the most, just because of how good it looked and how sexy it looked. And I remember asking my parents for the United States title. That's what I wanted. I didn't want the WWE title. I wanted the United States title just because it looked the best. We have a more updated version of the United States title, United States Championship. This, I don't like how it has a big ass champion behind it, and I don't like the eagle. I'm gonna put this in the D tier. Now we have a cool ass women's belt, women's title that Trish Stratus held at one time. Same with Lita. This looks really good. Other titles look better. I'm gonna put this in the top end of the B tier. I really do like how thin of a title it looks, and I like how pronounced the leather belt is as well too. And then also, like, you have to show love for like the first women's title to be introduced into WWE. B tier for me. Now we have the SmackDown version of the world title on the women's side. I'm gonna put this in the C tier. Actually, I'm just gonna put both in the C tier. They look the same. I don't like the big W, and I don't like how here's like blue and here's red. I don't like that. I think it kind of looks weird. I think it kind of looks tacky. I kind of think it's uninspired in my opinion. I think it's kind of lazy. So, C tier. Other belts look a lot worse. Like all of these big ass X fucking coin ass bullshit. It deserves to be in the F tier for these. Now we have the women's tag team title. This one again looks okay. Looks weird with the little horns that they kind of have here. So I'm just gonna put this in the D tier, bottom of the D tier. I think they should come out with a better version of these titles, to be honest. Okay. Now we have the women's intercontinental title with the blue earths on the side plates, also with the white background. I'm gonna put this in the S tier. And this looks better than the men's intercontinental title simply because of the white belt. The white belt really fucking adds a lot. It really goddamn does. I'm gonna put the women's title in the C tier. Seriously, again, just because of the white belt and the white title strap, and the white strap. Like, that is the only reason. It's the exact same title from the men's and the women's, but the white belt just makes it look 10 times better. All right, now we're gonna get into the men's world titles, all the different versions. So we have the winged eagle title that they held back in the 90s. I'm gonna put this in the S tier, right behind the Intercontinental title. I think out of all of the world titles, out of the world champions, this one looks the best, hands down, 1000%. I love the lettering behind it. I loved the leather strap behind it. I love how unique the title and the gold plate is attached to the leather strap. I think this is the sexiest one. Now we have the Stone Cold Steve Austin version of the WWE title. I think, what is it called? The Smoking Skull, Broken Skull? I don't know what it is. This one looks fucking cool too, just because of the skull. I'm gonna put this right behind the Winged Eagle title. Steve Austin made it look really fucking cool. Now we have the world title that The Rock held back in the 90s, and a few other people held in the 90s. Triple H. I'm gonna put this in the A tier. Looks cool, but again, kind of has like the coin type of vibe going on. The blue really saves it. The lettering really saves it. But again, I think the skull version of the WWE title, same with the Winged Eagle version of the title, those look better. Now we have the WWE World title as well. This is the version that Stone Cold Steve Austin held before his personalized title came out. I'm going to put this again in the S tier. I have so many S tiers, but there's so many belts that I love and adore. I'm gonna put this right behind the Stone Cold Steve Austin personalized title of the WWE Championship belt, just because the type of gold, it looks really good. I think this is the most recognizable version next to the winged eagle, but the personalized title that Steve Austin rocked was great. If you fucking like the spinner title, like unironically outside of John Cena holding it, I don't know what to fucking tell you. This belt looks like shit. I know it's going with the vibe, going with the energy of like the 2000s with like the gangster shit that they're trying to go on. I don't know why they didn't retire this title after John Cena lost the title, just because like it fit with his character the most. So with that being said, yeah, no, not the best one, not the best one. Now we have the WWE title, and this is the one that The Rock and John Cena was fighting for. This is also one that Randy Orton held before as well. What I like mostly about this one is that it kept the scratched in version of the WWE logo. I think that's what sets it off compared to some of the other world titles that we have here to discuss. I think this one is one of the more unique ones to see. So I'm gonna put this in the top of the B tier. Same with the other WWE title that they had before. I think this is the one that Roman Reigns holds all the time too, way back when he was the undisputed champion. I think the neatness of the W's makes it slightly worse than for me, but just slightly, as I said before. This next title is the hemp title that Daniel Bryan held. I don't know what to make of this title, so I'm just gonna put this in the D tier, in the bottom of the D tier. Kind of looks weird, kind of looks clunky. I will say it would be 10 times better if the strap wasn't hemp, if it was like wood. I don't know how they would have done something like that, but if it was like a full wooden title, oh dude, that would have been so fucking cool. Just fucking carrying that shit around like the OGs back in the day. Fuck yeah. So we have the Raw and SmackDown Universal titles. Again, I'm gonna put this in the D tier. These do not look good, and it's simply because of the fucking like blue and red like straps. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, these right here obviously deserve to be in the F tier because they look like goddamn coins. But here, they belong in the D tier. They look better just because of the W, and they don't look like goddamn coins. But like the red and the blue strap look like shit. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. The reason why these are better just because of the white strap. Again. So now we have the WWE Undisputed title. This is a pretty sexy belt. Other belts look sexier. I'm gonna put this in the bottom of the B tier. Sometimes the gold kind of doesn't look good. It kind of looks like that fake gold that you would see. Kind of looks hollow at the same time too. So like again, B tier, it just looks a little bit fake. This looks better though because of the white strap. B tier. This is a sexy ass belt, women's heavyweight title belt. I'm gonna put this in the A tier simply because, again, it's the white belt, but also I do like this one just a little bit better. Simply because of the white belt. Now we have the the WCW version of the World Heavyweight title, their world title. Their rubies are sexy. I love how big it is. I love the big gold belt. This goes in the A tier. It really does. It goes in the A tier. It belongs up there. it's one of the more recognizable world titles that you see. Like, you think of Batista, you think of CM Punk, you think of Ric Flair, you think of everyone. You think of Hulk Hogan when he spray painted NWO. As much as I fucking hate that nigga, I don't want to think about him. I really don't. So, but again, he's part of wrestling lineage, so I'm gonna put this in the S tier. One sexy belt. Now, lastly, this is the men's world heavyweight title. I'm gonna put this in the A tier again, just because right behind the women's belt. I have the same opinion about it. I just like the women's title because of the white belt. The common denominator between this whole tier list is that I think white belts look the best. I do. I think white belts look the most sexy and the most divine. Well, there you have it, you guys. I wasn't kidding when I told you this video was going to be a little bit longer. But with that being said, this right here is my tier list of the WWE titles. I think this right here is going to be pretty controversial for a lot of the people, but I do think that the US title is the sexiest belt that they've ever came out with. It's so cool. It's so beautiful. The United States kind of shit the bed recently. Kind of a shitty place to live, not gonna lie. But they nailed it with this title. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys for sticking with me for the entirety of this video. I tremendously appreciate you guys. If you found any value on this video, if you found any entertainment, please send this video to some of your wrestling friends. Please like, subscribe, please do your thing. I'm going to try to post videos twice a week about wrestling. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.